Hey Beans, and welcome to an Animal Jam kind of tutorial-esque kind of thing. There are a lot of ways to get gems in Animal Jam. I mean, practically everything nowadays gives you gems. I mean, just going around Jamal, like playing mini games, playing games with your friends, recycling gifts you get, recycling things that you don't need anymore. All these things are just ways to get gems. And a lot of the time, a lot of us kind of forget that we even have gems and just buy things until we realize that we're out. And we kind of have to feel like noobs again and try and earn gems again. So basically what I'm saying is, gems aren't a huge part of Animal Jam anymore. And I know a lot of people who are watching these videos or are subscribed to my channel are very hardcore Animal Jam players who really know what they're doing and probably aren't looking after gems. So you may think this video doesn't apply to you, but I promise, even if you have tons of gems, eventually you'll run out because most of us aren't actively playing mini games, and then you'll realize that you really need gems. So if you need gems, what's the best way to do it? I have one really good trick to share with you on how to make tons of money on Animal Jam, and it really is a trick. It's something that Animal Jam didn't really intend to be as a way to make money, but actually became a very profitable thing that you can do that a lot of people haven't realized, and I only figured out a couple days ago as I was just playing the adventures. Now, a lot of the time when people think of earning gems, they automatically jump to minigames, because that's really where most of your gems are generally coming from, and it's often considered the most fun way to get it, because grinding the same adventure over and over and over isn't always the most entertaining thing that you can do on a game that's supposed to be for fun. So the games people most often turn to are Falling Phantoms, Best Dressed, and Splash and Dash. It's true, these are very profitable games, and if you play them enough, you can actually get a lot. But the problem is, there's a little bit of an element of random chance, because in things like Best Dressed, you really can't guarantee you're going to win every time. Even if you're really good at Best Dressed, well, a lot of the time, you're still going to lose. I mean, I'm 17 years old, and I play Best Dressed all the time, and I still find it very hard to win, as a lot of you guys know, because you've seen my videos where I try to get that achievement where you get 3 times in a row, and I've made like 6 videos about it, and I can never get it. But as you can see, there is a big element of random chance. In Falling Phantoms, maybe a phantom falls where you don't want it to, and all of a sudden your gem payout is decreased very rapidly. Or in Splash and Dash, a lot of the time everyone is like right up next to each other. It's that one with the dolphins. I know a lot of you don't go underwater. And you're like right up next to each other, and then you just make a wrong move, and all of a sudden you like hit something and you just fail. And you like get last place. That happens a lot in a lot of these games. And if you get hit once by a phantom in Falling Phantoms, well, you're really gonna have your gem payout suffer. So these games all have a really big element of random chance. But if you're really good at them and you want to just maximize your output and say like, okay, let's say I won every single game, here's how much you can make. In Splash and Dash, you get about 100 gems for every minute or so you play. Actually, the actual time is generally around 65 seconds if you play perfectly, and that comes out to 1.5 roughly gems per second, which is fairly good compared to a lot of the mini games that are from the beta that have never had their payout adjusted to like the new items that actually cost money rather than the 40 gem items that were in the beta, like Zeus Fall, which gives you like 0.02 gems per minute or something crazy like that. It's really not a good way to make gems, guys. And then the second best mini game is Best Dressed, and if you win every single time, which is very, very unlikely, I'm just gonna tell you, you get 200 gems for your win, and it takes about 90-95 seconds per round, depending on loading time and things like that. And you can get about 2.1 gems per second, which is better than Splash and Dash, but isn't nearly as good as this amazing new way I'm going to tell you. And the best minigame, as most of us know or have figured out or have looked up online, is Falling Phantoms. That's why there are so many Falling Phantoms tutorials and things online, because everyone kind of knows that Falling Phantoms is generally accepted as the best way to earn gems in Animal Jam. Because, as you'll see, if you win every single time, you can actually get a payout of 2 2/3 or 2.67 gems per second, which is way better than any of the other games in the entire game. But that, again, implies that you win every single time and get all the gem bags and stuff, which is very difficult. Plus, in Falling Phantoms, there's a little bit of delay you're not factoring in, which is the 3, 2, 1, and the waiting for other players, and the new game lag, and all these different things that are true of almost all mini games that are multiplayer, which are where all your gems are going to be coming from. And these little tiny annoyances that are really going to get in the way of this math that makes it seem as though you're earning these certain number of gems per second. That's the kind of difficulty with these multiplayer games. They're going to give you the most gems because generally showing that you're better than other people is how you get money, and it's like they're rewarding you for being better than other people rather than just good on your own. And so these multiplayer games are really good, but they always have these little delays, like waiting for other people or countdowns to help everyone get in the game, and so they are a little slower, inherently. I'm not counting that into the math, but just so you know, these numbers should be a little lower realistically. You're not actually going to get 2.666 Falling Phantoms gems per second, because you're going to have to wait for people, you may not win every time, and of course, you know, you don't get the gems every single time. That's very hard. I used to be a very good Falling Phantoms player, and I could rarely do that. So, this transitions us into the new way, the best way to earn gems in Animal Jam. And it's going to kind of shock you, but it is actually to play the Adventure Training Grounds adventure. It gets you 250 gems, and I've timed it. It takes you exactly a minute if you play it as quickly as possible, and you can even get it a little under a minute if you like do some sneaky stuff like drag 2 phantoms at once. I'm sure if you played it enough, you'd figure out even more tricks to get your time even lower. You could probably get it down to like 50 seconds if you got really good at it and you like really grinded at it. But okay, 50 seconds what's the big deal? At the end, you get 250 gems, and I believe you get a little bit of experience at the end, too. So if you're getting 250 gems every 50 seconds, okay, 50 seconds is generous, let's say a minute. That's 4.16 gems per second. That's 4.17 gems per second, which is more than 1.5 times as much as that idealized Falling Phantom kind of jargon, but that's not even gonna be that high. Realistically, if you play Falling Phantoms and you're really good, you're probably gonna make about 2 gems per second. But with this adventure training camp thing, you don't even have to try. Like, you literally could be so bad at Animal Jam and you could still make like 4-5 gems per second, which is crazy. Now, talking about all these games in gems per second is an easy way to compare them, but realistically, how much money are you really making? Because I know that's what you're all interested in. So if you make 4.2 gems a second, we're gonna round up, that's about 252 gems per minute. And that is 15,120 gems per hour, which is unlike anything you'll see, except for one that, okay. I gotta throw in this technicality here. Technically, there is a way to make even more money than this, and that is to like become famous and then do mail time and recycle people's rare item Mondays, and you can literally make like 800 gems every few seconds. It's kind of crazy. It should not exist. It doesn't count. But technically, that is a way to make more than this. So if you're just a normal jammer who isn't a famous YouTuber or like a professional Falling Phantoms player, by the way, even if you were a professional Falling Phantoms player, you couldn't make more than this. This way is the best way to make gems. Yes, it's gonna get really boring, but it'll make you 15,000 gems an hour. So if you really ever like need some money for something, I guess just go and play the Falling Phantoms. I guess just go and play the adventure training camp thing for an hour and you'll get about 15,000 gems. No matter how good or how bad you are, you'll get 15,000 gems. So I hope I blew somebody's mind, and I hope somebody makes some gems for that crazy item they're saving up for. I remember when I was younger, I used to want to fill an entire den with gold bricks, and I could never get enough gems from Falling Phantoms, so I kind of wish Adventures had been out then, so I could have done this stuff, but that would have been really boring. It would have been really boring. But that would have been really boring, I'll give you that. So, there you go. I'm sorry it's not like some crazy hack or crazy minigame that's secret, but it's just some kind of secret, boring little thing you can do that will make you a ton of money. And also, adventures themselves do make you a lot of money, so don't overlook them if you get bored of minigames. So anyways, Beans, I hope I help you with your gem expeditions, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.